Everyone, welcome to this video. Today I want to talk about sex and depression. So I've been going through a bit of a depression myself, and one of the things I notice is that my desire for sex, for life, it just goes way down. They go down together at the same time. And so it gets me thinking a lot as I work with clients and, still working, still talking with people, and just brings new awareness to my head. And one of the things I was thinking about is how what I believe is that when someone doesn't have a sex drive, that there is depression there. There's, even if it's kind of a low grade or an unconscious depression, there's definitely depression there. And we have to be very careful because there are people that identify as asexual, that they don't feel that their sexuality includes any desire for other people. But perhaps they would say, my sexuality is there, I just don't want to express it with anyone. So, perhaps you relate to that you relate to having your sexual energy there, but maybe you don't want to express it with someone. But I find that when it's there, it comes out through self-pleasuring, it comes out through fantasy, and it comes out through this joy and excitement in life, and creativity in life. And again, that's directly related to joy. So when we feel joyful, when we're not depressed, we feel the sexual energy, the joy for life, creativity, all of that. So if you are someone that's feeling a lack of sex drive, I would look and search and say, okay, where is my low grade depression? Where have I just sort of accepted? One of the things I see with clients a lot is, today I had a great breakthrough session with a woman who, she's been seeing me for a long time, and we finally just realized that this whole narrative that she'd constructed about her mother wasn't true. And, it was this huge shift in her, the conception vessel that runs from the mouth to the perineum and governs things like our skin and reproduction and our relationship with food and our metabolism. Really powerful meridian, and is so governed by these ideas and belief systems we have around sexuality and our relationship to our mothers and food and pleasure. And anyway, it's just amazing to me how we can be so unconscious, we can be so unaware, and treating people and seeing their unconsciousness makes me ask the question, of course, like, where am I still unconscious, and where what am I seeing that I'm not seeing clearly, and that I'm seeing through some filter, because I want to see clearly, and I want to know the truth about myself, and I want to clear up the misperceptions that distort my feeling good. And I definitely believe that when our joy goes away, there's anger that's suppressed there. And when I look at that okay, I don't have joy because there's suppressed anger, and underneath the suppressed anger is sadness. And where does that sadness come from? For me, that sadness will frequently come from feeling powerlessness. And, I'm trying to change something. I'm trying to create what I want. I'm doing all these good things in the world. Why I don't feel like I'm getting back what I put into it, or I don't feel like I'm getting the thing that I deserve. And it makes me feel powerless and sad. And I know for other people that depression can be other things, but I think that across the board, there's really the sense of like being trapped. Someone asked me in my depression, they're like, "Don't you realize that you're such a beautiful person, and you're so amazing, and you do all these amazing things in the world?" And I'm like, I know. I actually like really love myself, and I really love my body, and I love the work I do. I got to see clients all day today. Like, I saw miracles happen today. I taught a seminar last weekend. Like, I love doing this work. And even if I didn't do any work, I could still love myself if I was just sitting around, like, all day. I don't know, being with my daughter or gardening or whatever. But it's not, to me, about a lack of love for myself. I think that definitely is connected with sadness and grief, and our relationship with ourselves is very connected with our sexuality, and that's something that, I've done a lot of work on, which is why I can coach people around sexuality and body image, because of the work I've done. But for me, it's like feeling trapped and powerless, which is a really, interesting subject, like power and money and all of that, and something that I'm always exploring, a conversation I'd like to continue. So anyway, if you resonate with this talk, I'm sorry if you're feeling depression. Sorry if you're feeling a lack of sex drive or joy for life. The thing I do know is that, it's my ponytail, is that it will come back, and I just keep telling myself that. And sex and connection and intimacy in all of its forms is a great way to help bring it back. I find that it's in that intimate dance with others that my emotions are able to come to the surface, and I'm able to get back to my baseline, which I believe is joy. And I'm able to practice where I know serenity comes from, which is being able to accept what I can't change and being able to take action towards the things I can change. I can pick up the phone and connect with someone, and I can, even though it's so painful, practice accepting that, despite my best efforts, I cannot change, A, B, and C, whether that's a person in my life or a relationship status or, all of the things I'm trying to do in my life. I've been trying to get pregnant for years now, and it hasn't happened. There's so many things. So anyway, I'm sure you have those things too, because we're all humans and we all have them. And hopefully we can just keep supporting each other, because it feels like it's kind of a crazy world out there right now. And it feels like there's a lot of things that we're powerless to change, especially with government these days. And yeah, but we can change some things, and we do have power. And when we get in touch with that power, I think it does bring a lot of joy and excitement too. So anyway, long video, long rant, but sex and depression definitely have a connection, and sex can also be the medicine. So I'm going to try to practice what I preach and go find some. Okay, guys. Hope you enjoyed this video, and if you want more about the subject, where my website is,